Hey guys, welcome to Nerd Central. Today, I'm going to be doing a review on the new Nintendo 2DS XL. Hope you enjoy. Now let's get into the video. So as you can see, this new Nintendo 2DS XL, which I'm going to be calling the 2DS during this review for simplicity, is a special edition called the Hyrulean Shield Edition, I believe. Has a Zelda logo, comes pre-installed with the Zelda game, and it just has some different colors. All the text specs, screen sizes, where the buttons are, that's all the same. Just some different coloring and stuff like that. So the 2DS, new Nintendo 2DS XL is pretty small. It's 3.4 inches this way, 6.3 inches this way, and around 0.85 inches this way. So it's pretty easy to carry around. It's not very heavy either. Weighs in at about 261 grams. And as you can see, if you open it up, you have two screens. The top screen is 4.88 inches, or just 4.9, diagonally. And it has pretty large bezels. But the device is a year or two old, so that is to be expected. And the bottom screen, which is around 4.2 inches, 4.18 to be exact, is touchscreen. And as you can see, there's a pen you can just hook out right here, and you can use it to use the touchscreen. Most games utilize both the bottom screen, the touchscreen, and the top screen. So you can get a really nice gaming experience out of it, because most consoles don't utilize two screens, or just portable consoles, or even phones in general. So, as you can see, we have a lot of buttons here. We have A, X, Y, B, the normal four buttons in just consoles in general. It's different on different consoles, but these four buttons. You have the joystick, also known as a D-pad, and you can move it around in any direction. You have the arrow keys, which is kind of like the D-pad, except it's more limited. But some people are used to it, so they still keep it there. And sometimes you can use both, which is incredibly useful. And then you have the home button, which takes you to the home if you're playing in a game. You have up here, you may not be able to see it, so this is it says start here. This is the start button. You can use it to start some games, and the select button, you also use this a little bit. You don't use them too frequently. Normally you just end up clicking A, B, or one of these buttons. Then this is called the C-Stick. It's only on the new Nintendo 2DS XL and the new Nintendo 3DS XL, not the old versions of either. And it's like a D-pad, except it's a lot smaller and it's harder to use, but sometimes it can come in handy. And so down here, as you can see, we have some speakers, and we have this that you can open up to reveal the game slot, where you can put games in and out. And here you have a micro SD. And you can replace this with any micro SD, but it comes pre-installed with a 4GB micro SD. Here you have a headphone jack, the power button, which will turn blue when the device is on. You have a charging button, which will turn orange when the device is charging, and a Wi-Fi button, which I'm not sure, it may turn green. I believe it turns green when the device is connected to Wi-Fi. Then, on the side here, we have a volume slider. And on the other side, normally in the old versions, there would be a thing for wireless, but that's gone now. On the back, we have a charging cable. It's a mini USB, and it does come provided with one since they're not that common nowadays. Here is the Z, L, and R buttons, commonly used in games, and ZL and ZR, which are only on the new versions of the 2DS and 3DS. Then also, here we have a microphone and a camera. The camera, again, is situated in a weird spot. It's right in the middle, which means it's going to be hard to take pictures in some situations, but in some other situations, it'll be pretty easy. But if you're going to buy a console like this, I bet you're not buying it for the camera, so that isn't that important right now. So the console has a 1300 milliamp hour battery, which means the battery, it says, should last 5 to 7 hours. But I've used this, and if you turn on power saving mode, it can generally last a lot longer. One thing I really like about the 2DS and 3DS is their battery life is incredible. So you can get a lot of playing out of one charge. And it has a quad-core processor. That's not important. It can run all the games that are available for it. I mean, if you're trying to emulate the Switch or something on here, that probably doesn't exist and it won't be able to run it. But any game that's made for the 2DS, like, there's no real 2DS games. Any game that's made for the 3DS, you can run on this. It'll be really smooth. You won't have any issues with it. And it also has normal Wi-Fi, normal Bluetooth. That's not a big deal. You'll get a decent enough connection to play any online games you want to play. It also has 256 megabytes of RAM and 10 megabytes of VRAM. I'm not sure about the difference. For you people who like that kind of things, comment down below and help me learn something. And if you want to know the pixels of the display, this one I believe is 800 by 240, and I'm not sure about the bottom one. But since it's pretty small, you won't be able to tell. You won't be able to see the pixels. It's a pretty clean display considering there's only like 4.9 inches diagonally. So that was my review on the new Nintendo 2DS XL. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.